Hey everyone, and today I'll be covering how to fix high ping in ESO, whether it's random lag spikes, slow responsiveness, or just a general delay in combat. This is one of those issues that can make the game a lot less enjoyable, but there's actually a simple way to fix it using a VPN. So in this video, I'll explain what causes the lag in the first place, how a VPN can help, and which VPNs I've found work best specifically for ESO. And if you want to check out the top VPNs I mentioned, you'll find discount links in the description. So starting off, the most common cause of high ping in ESO is usually tied to your internet provider, either because they're throttling your traffic or routing your data inefficiently. Now, in the case of throttling, some ISPs will slow down your connection when they detect online gaming, especially during peak hours. It's not always obvious when this happens, but it can cause your latency to spike even when everything else on your connection seems fine. What a VPN does is encrypt your internet traffic so your ISP can't tell you're gaming, and that stops them from throttling you. That alone can lead to a noticeable improvement in responsiveness. And then there's the issue of routing. Basically, your ISP might send your data through longer or more congested paths before it reaches ESO servers, especially if the servers are located far from your region. A good VPN solves this by letting you choose a faster, more direct route. So instead of bouncing your data around the globe, it takes a shorter path to the game server. That can reduce ping and smooth out your gameplay quite a bit. Now, if you're wondering how to actually set this up, the process is pretty straightforward. I'll use ExpressVPN here as an example, but this applies to most VPNs with a decent server network. The first step is to find out where your ESO server is located. So for example, if you're in Europe, your best bet will usually be the German server, since that's geographically closest to ESO's EU server. From here, just open up ExpressVPN, click on the menu icon in the top left, then select all locations. Type in Germany and choose one of the German servers. After that, just press the power button to connect. Once you're connected, you'll also want to update your Steam settings so everything's aligned with your VPN location. Just go into Steam, Settings, Downloads, and change your download region to match the VPN server you connected to. Then restart the Steam client to apply the changes. And that's it. From there, just launch ESO like normal, and you should notice lower ping and fewer lag spikes, especially during peak hours when throttling is more likely to kick in. Now, another issue that sometimes comes up in multiplayer games like ESO is targeted DDoS attacks. This isn't super common, but if you've ever suddenly disconnected during PvP or found yourself repeatedly kicked offline, it could be someone flooding your IP with junk traffic to force you out of the game. Here's where a VPN can really help, because once you're connected, it hides your actual IP address and replaces it with one from the VPN server. So even if someone tries to target you, all they'll see is the VPN's IP, and that completely cuts off their ability to flood your connection. So whether you're doing PvP, hosting a guild event, or just want that extra layer of protection, a VPN can take care of that for you automatically without any setup beyond just connecting to the server. Now, in terms of choosing the right VPN, not all of them are great for gaming. If speed and privacy are priorities, here are the key things you'll want to look for. First, make sure the VPN uses fast encryption protocols. Options like Lightway, WireGuard, or NordLynx are optimized for speed and tend to perform much better for online games than older protocols like OpenVPN. Next, you'll want a strict no logs policy that's been independently audited. This is what ensures your data isn't being collected or shared in the background, whether it's with advertisers, third parties, or governments. And finally, watch out for freer budget VPNs that may cut corners on server quality or log user data behind the scenes. These tend to cause more problems than they solve, especially when it comes to gaming performance. So even though there are a ton of VPNs out there, most of them won't actually meet all three of those requirements. And that's exactly why I only recommend a few options that I've tested personally for both gaming and privacy. And first up is ExpressVPN. This is the one I'd recommend for anyone who wants the most seamless experience overall. It's extremely fast, simple to use, and has one of the most proven no logs policies in the industry. In fact, one of their servers was physically seized by authorities back in 2017, and no data could be found. So their privacy claims were literally put to the test and held up. That's a huge plus if security is a top concern. Now, performance-wise, ExpressVPN is also the fastest I've tested when it comes to connecting and disconnecting from servers. It usually takes about 1 second, which is great when you're jumping between sessions or switching regions. They've got over 3,000 servers in more than 100 countries, and all of them are optimized for general use, so you don't have to deal with picking from specialty servers like with some other providers. It also includes useful features like split tunneling, a kill switch, and their proprietary lightweight protocol, which is designed for speed without sacrificing security. And the interface is about as simple as it gets. Just click to connect and you're ready to go. So if you're new to VPNs, or if you just want one that works every time without needing to tinker with settings, this is definitely the one I'd recommend. Next is NordVPN, and this is a great option if you're looking for that same high level of speed and reliability, but with a few more advanced features built in. What makes Nord stand out is their NordLynx protocol. It's one of the fastest out there right now, and in many of my recent speed tests, it's actually outperformed ExpressVPN by a small margin. They also have a massive server network with over 7,800 servers in 165 countries and up to 10 simultaneous connections, so it's a strong choice for families or if you use a lot of devices. Now, feature-wise, Nord includes a standard kill switch, app-specific kill switch, threat protection, and several specialty servers like Double VPN, Onion over VPN, and dedicated P2P servers for torrenting. So if you're someone who likes having those extra tools available, Nord is packed with them. The app itself is clean and easy to use, and even though it has more features, it still works great out of the box without needing to adjust much. So it's a really solid middle ground between simplicity and control. And because of how well it performs across the board, whether that's gaming, streaming, or torrenting, it's the one I'd recommend if you want great performance, but also want those additional privacy tools as a backup. And finally, there's Surfshark. This is the one to look at if you're after something that's budget friendly, but still performs really well for gaming. Surfshark includes a lot of the same core features as the others, like a kill switch, ad and malware blocking, private DNS, and even multi-hop server options. But what makes it stand out is the pricing and device policy. You can connect unlimited devices on a single subscription, which is a huge plus if you want to share your VPN with family or friends. And even though it's slightly slower than Express or Nord, it still delivers solid speeds for ESO and general gaming. It also supports the WireGuard protocol, which gives it a nice bump in speed compared to older options like OpenVPN. So even though it's positioned as a budget pick, it doesn't feel like a stripped down service. So if you're trying to keep costs low but still want strong performance and privacy protection, Surfshark is definitely worth considering. And just as a quick recap for protocol recommendations, with ExpressVPN, go with lightweight UDP for the fastest performance. For NordVPN, stick with NordLynx, and with Surfshark, you'll want to use WireGuard. All three are optimized for speed and ideal for low latency gaming like ESO. So hopefully you found this review helpful. If so, please leave a thumbs up, as I always appreciate that. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave those down in the comments below, as I love getting to answer as many of those as I can. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.